Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toronto FC versus New England Revolution, MLS 2026 Week 19. We are getting closer and closer to the final 10 matches of the season. After this match, we are 15 matches left. Because 21 to 30 is 10. 31 to 34 is 4. Plus 20 is 15. So, we're over halfway through the season, of course. We know that. Here we are. We are ready to go. And so be it. Toronto FC playing another game. First time in 2 weeks in the first game at BMO since May. They're playing at home tonight. Definitely an interesting place to be. And there you go. Toronto's playing at home. For the first time since May, and the first time in 2 weeks, they're playing a match overall. So, and Forge just lost to Calvary. They were down to 9 men. Okay, damn. Either way. Let's see how the 90 minutes is going to go for Toronto. Let's see how this goes. Starting 11s are as follows for today's match. In goal, we have Luka Gavrin. The back four, Jackson Gilman, Benjamin Kuskevich, Walker Zimmerman, Richie Larea, Jordy Mihalovic, Dorsch, Marcus Simermancic. The front three, Daniel Shallowy, Josh Sargent, Theo Corbianu. For New England, we have Matt Turner. The back four is Matt Polster, Ethan Kohler, Mamadou Fofana, and Will Sands. The midfield three of Brooklyn Reigns, Carles Heel, and Al-Hassan Yusuf. And the front three of Peyton Miller, Dor Turgeman, and Jack Harrison. So, last time we played them, last time we played the Revs, we drew 0-0. Last time we played them, we drew 0-0. And we will see what happens in the next game. Ryan, savior of the TFC. That's funny. You think this club will ever tell us where Pereira is at? No. No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will, but I have my ideas. Well, I mean, I know he's hurt, but I have my ideas on how we should replace him. God knows we might have to. Speaking of, how about Nelson Palacio? Still not ready to make his debut. We need to fix the damn physio team. Jesus Lord. Same with Palacio. Here we go. I mean, Nelson Palacio still hurt. But at least they're just saying he's still not ready to play. Pereira, on the other hand, it's like they don't even talk about him. He was a shiny new toy. He's barely played. Injured. Nobody talks about him. We have another shiny new toy that we do talk about. April 23rd. He's been injured since April 23rd. He played 2 matches. And 2 matches. I mean, he looked good in those. Molinaro asked Shallowy why he hadn't scored lately, and Shallowy said he's going to try to score today. Well, I mean, I can tell you why Shallowy hasn't scored, and it's not Daniel's fault. I think he's made good runs and everything. It's the fact that Robin Fraser's tactics are garbage. And we barely create anything. And Shallowy and Sargent and Corbianu and Mihailovic have to do it themselves. Speaking of, what the hell is going on with Coelho? I mean, I know Oso's hurt, but why can't we play Coelho instead of Simmer-Mancic? I mean, Simmer-Mancic is good, don't get me wrong, but... Oh, well, okay. All right, fine. Either way, heard Corbianu got a new agent. Well, I mean, if he's gone, it doesn't hurt me one bit. That means, I guess, he's going to try to get a move out at the end of the year. Then again, wasn't it an extended loan? Hold on. I don't think. No, he did. He did. We did pick up his buy option. Okay. Well, new agent, that don't sound good to me. Then again, does he... Could we do better getting rid of him? It's not like he's... I mean, we still have Malik Henry. The more we can play Malik, I mean, I ain't going to complain about getting rid of Corbianu. Shallowy's the one I want to keep. I could live with keeping Corbianu or not. I could live with either. Either way. We'll get this game started. They're calling him Timu Ronaldo. Well, yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. Yeah, I mean, you're not... No, they're not wrong. I mean, he does try to... He does try to act like Cristiano. Oh, the CNE. Oh, yay. We get to see the Ferris wheel. Yay. There's the Ferris wheel. Oh, my God. This season's blown by fast then. Yay, it's the Ferris wheel. I love it. The Ferris wheel of the north end. Or the south end. South end. North end's the food building. My bad. Oh, they're using that dot matrix jersey. Starting 11s. Luka Gavrin. In goal. Gilman, Krskevich, Zimmerman, Richie Larea. Mihailovic, Dorsch, Simmer-Mancic, Shallowy, Sargent, Corbianu. Good to see Krskevich. I agree. We need him. I'm glad to see Krskevich play. Good with that. Starting 11 for the Revs. We got Matt Turner. Sands, Fafana, Kohler, Polster, Yusuf, Heel, Rains, Harrison, Terjman, Miller. Of course, we drew the Revs the last time we played them in New England, which is that's a harder ground to play in than our home ground. So Brett Bateman is an awesome player. And I didn't realize, I mean, he is a center fielder, but I didn't realize PCA, he was never going to get ahead of PCA. Player to watch for Toronto, Dorsch. Makes sense. So, I mean, I should have realized it, but either way, it didn't clock to me until I talked to a Cubs fan that he was never getting ahead of PCA. It's not like they wanted to get rid of him, but they were safe getting rid of him. And it sounded like the player that was more of the question, Jack Harrison, player to watch for the Revs, the player that was more of the question was Southzine. And he still hit his first pro ball home run with us in the minor leagues, of course. Revs wearing their dot matrix tree jerseys, Toronto wearing their red, but Brett Bateman's awesome. How we doing, Angus? How we doing? Reminds me of Clement with all the contact he makes, and he's fast. Yes, and you know what? To me, Brett Bateman's better than Dalton Varsho. We needed a better center fielder than Dalton Varsho, and he's under control, even past the lockout season. So, I mean, I love Kevin Gausman, but Soriano's done enough to replace Gausman in my book, and we needed a controllable center fielder who is better than Varsho, so we don't have to go into free agency for that. Great. And Bateman's only going to get better, I believe. I mean, I'm a fan. Kind of reminds me of Barger last year, except in center. Sort of. Either way, the Blue Jays are tied for the wild card. The Yankees lost today. Oh, we got Dillon Cease going tomorrow. We might sweep the Yankees. Here's the funny part. If we only lose 2 more games before the post-Yankees-Rays part of our schedule, look at our schedule. We're playing teams that are fighting for the wild card with us that we're honestly better than if we're red hot, which we are. We might, I'm not saying we're going to go undefeated for the rest of the year, but we might only lose 4 or 5 games for the rest of the year. Plus the 2 we might lose to the Yankees and Rays on the road. Maybe 3. So, point is, we might hit over 80. We might hit over 90 wins. I would sadly agree. I love Varsho, but he had to go. I mean, Varsho had his moments, but I wouldn't say I loved him. I mean, he had his moments. But the fact he got traded for Lourdes Gurriel, or we got him for Lourdes Gurriel and Gabriel Moreno, which, I mean, Gabriel Moreno, that's sort of kind of, I'm not as mad about that as I used to be. I mean, Brandon Valenzuela and Alejandro Kirk have done just as good enough of a job, and when Danny Jansen was there, he did a good job, but I mean, with Valenzuela and Kirk, I can't totally complain. I think maybe with Valenzuela, we ended up having the better player anyway, so fair. But losing Lourdes, I don't think that's much of a swap, to be honest, except one's better defensively, and Arrigetti's hurt. He has, nerve damage in his foot. St. Maximin making his debut for Charlotte. He has some foot nerve problems, neuropathy or something. I thought he did make a start for us, though. And I know Tyone made 2 starts. At this point, you know what the Jays should do? I mean, with all our pitcher injuries, I mean, I know we still got Scherzer back, but you know what? Maybe we should just sign Marcus Stroman out of free agency. You know what? Come on. Let's let bygones be bygones. He's still good enough to be a 5th starter, in my book. We have good defense. So if he does allow ground balls, fine. It is what it is. And he deserves to have a chance at a ring with us. It's 11 years later. He's probably close to retiring anyway. Let's just let him do it. I mean, Savage is probably going to be back. Honestly, if you needed to, instead of a bullpen day, if we did get Stroh back, you could go with Scherzer and Stroman as a bulk guys. And if we're going wild card, we need more pitchers in the playoffs, at least for the division series. So, it's just an idea. It's just an idea. And, I mean, if your Savage is healthy, which it sounds like he'll be back for the playoffs, nobody's going to want to face your Savage either. And if Bieber turns up, great. If Arrigetti's back, great. Scherzer knows when to turn it up, and he kind of has already. If they sign a guy like Stroman, I trust him. I know it's been 1.5 years since he's pitched, but you know what? I just want him to have a chance to get a ring. If it ain't going to be Gausman, I need somebody that I won't be happy to see win a ring. I mean, I guess Gausman technically would win a ring if we won the World Series, but it would be kind of empty, the fact we traded him. But 46% win probability for Toronto? What? 28.3 for New England. So, we just legit just need Vladdy to get hot. Hey, maybe him taking a knee to the face will do it. You know what? I kind of believe the knee to the face might have done it. by the time he comes back. Joe Dickerson, the center ref tonight. But I think the knee to the face might do it. I think you just need to have a... I think that knee to the face hit his reset button. I think we'll be fine. Daniel Radford, the VAR referee. I think Vladdy's actually gotten a bit better since the trade deadline. If all I needed was the knee to the face to hit his reset button, and the 7 days is him going through his boot process like a computer, I think, yeah, you know what? Great. Great. I mean, I hate that he got knee to the face, but let's make fun of it, I guess, instead of either way. Yeah. Kalen Kyle's moving on from Apple TV after this season. They're getting rid of everybody, it seems, when it comes to MLS on Apple TV and MLS.com. Just like they got rid of Doyle. So do with that what you will. New Garden, ooh, into the wall and Markham. Game's about to get going. I'm assuming the MLS haven't been watching Toronto FC with those win probabilities. I don't know who's betting on TFC, if that's what that is. The people betting on TFC to win and Joel losing your money. Alexis Sanchez is in the stands in Montreal. Yep, they're debuting him tonight, or I should say promoting or whatever. Gavin clears it away. I mean, the last time we played New England, we drew. So, and I mean, you know how hard it is for us to get a result at Gillette. So, I mean, we've been better in recent years getting results in Gillette, but it's hard for us to get results there. So, you know what? If we could draw New England in New England, maybe we could beat them at home. Is it going to be pretty? Probably not. But we haven't won a game since April, or, yeah, late April. So, if we could win a game in our first game back home, great. That works for me. 47th minute, 0-0. Sub-Brown Broncos won yesterday, like you said. I called it. Good job for me. Brant Bronico 1-0 Charlotte. Well, they've been doing pretty well recently. 30 seconds in. That's crazy. See what game that is. 1-0 over Columbus. Well, I mean, yeah, they both played Leagues Cup games in the midweek. So, okay. That's 1-0. See who Columbus put out. Looks like they rotated for the most part. Okay. Not exactly what you'd want to see, but not that I care. Playing forward is Sargent. It's out for a throw. Early April. Wish it was late. It was April 4th. Damn. Yeah, that's not late April at all. Was that before Easter? Or did we have an early Easter this year? Playing forward. Did we have an early Easter this year? Two minutes in. Was WrestleMania really late or was Easter really early? Either way, 0-0. Nil-nil. Oh, the Jaguars beat the Saints. Damn it. Good tackle. Nope, free kick for New England. You got to be kidding me. That's questionable, but okay. Playing forward, New England. The weekend of Easter was April 3rd. So it was Easter weekend. Okay. So we did have an early Easter. Early-ish Easter. Okay. Corner for the Revs. So it was the same weekend. Okay. Oh, yeah, we barely did anything for Easter this year. Oh, yeah. Wasn't really. Good Friday was April 3rd. Yeah. Easter looked a lot different this year. Shot saved by Gavrin. What a save. Out for a throw-in. What a save. Big up to Gavrin there. 5 minutes in. I mean, Toronto's looked... No, Revs have had more possession. But it hasn't looked dominant possession-wise. But Revs do have more possession. What a big save by Gavrin. He's gotten better throughout the year, though. Goal kick. He's gotten better throughout the year. He started off pretty shaky, but he's definitely grown into the starting goalie spot. Now, if you want to stick with that, that's for you to say, but he's definitely grown into it. Six minutes in. Yeah, it sounds like that Markham IndyCar track is a shit show. Thanks, World Cup. And they're stuck there for, what, 5 years or something? Great. Playing forward. Corbianu. Corbianu against the run of play. Corbianu. Still Corbianu. Cross into the box. Nobody there. Well, to the other side of the box. And it goes to a Revs player. Determining Easter is a bit complicated. The earliest it can occur is March 22nd. And the Ferris wheel's up. Man, I love that. I love seeing the Ferris wheel around BMO. It's a beautiful time of year. CNE, baby. CNE. Let's go. I love the Ferris wheel. I love it. It's like a tradition. Summer nights at BMO Field, late summer nights at BMO Field with a top of the box shot blocked away. Richie, come on, got to run a bit faster at that ball. I love it, especially when it goes to nightfall and then it lights up. Oh my! Forsberg 1-0 for the Red Bulls. Well, there you go. I don't know how many people know a BMO Field for that. Like, when I picture BMO Field, I picture the Ferris wheel right there. Blocked away, corner. Yes, corner for Toronto. I picture the Ferris wheel there when I picture BMO. Always do. Always do. Atlanta are trash, yeah, I agree. And they're going to sign Breland Bolo. Well, you know what? At least he's going to look like he normally does at the World Cup, I think, for regular club play. Toronto gets the ball back. Did they even show? They didn't even, whatever it was, they didn't show it. Hot garbage, actually. Well, I mean, that's honestly worse. Honestly, I think hot garbage is worse than trash. Playing forward. Offside. Free kick for the Revs, 10 minutes in. Charlotte taking a penalty. Foul, a trip in the box. Boom. Look, it's Robin Fraser. Tomorrow we got a Liga MX game. Santos Laguna versus Chivas. 8:10 p.m. Central. 9:10 Eastern. Playing forward. 2-0 Charlotte. Abada scores. Again, I think Columbus completely rotated, mostly, from what I can tell. 10 minutes in. Sadly for them, well, is it? We're doing Sun. Wait. Are the Open Cup semifinals? Hold on. There's no way the Open Cup. There's no way the Open Cup. That's got to be next month. Playing forward, Toronto loses the ball. Played over the top. September 16th. Okay, so I don't know what they're rotating for. Mihailovic loses the ball. Simmermancic goes down in the box. Goal kick. No. So September 16th is the semifinals of the Open Cup. The second leg of the Canadian Championship semifinals are that day as well. Or at least one of them. Either way, so what are they rotating for? It's like, well, we just played 3 games in like a week and a half, so worldwide. Mr. Worldwide? New York City, Manhattan? Hey, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, Columbus plays on Wednesday as well. So they play on Wednesday, Saturday. They have a game in the midweek. Oh, MLS does have games in the midweek because Toronto's playing on next Wednesday as well. So we get into match week in the midweek. Oh, that's why. Okay. So they chose to rotate against Charlotte. Okay. We didn't have those games, so we got to play our players. Mihailovic loses the ball. What's not nice is all this noise these damn trains make. Well, I mean, some people can't handle it. Understandable. That's understandable. Weirdly enough, it's funny how I'm not going to go there. A lot of neurodivergent people love trains. You would think the train horns would make them sensory overload. You would think. But I've never But I've never had sensory overload from train horns, which is weird. It is kind of crazy when you think about it, how many neurodivergent people love trains and do rail fanning and all that. I can say that's a thing because I am neurodivergent, so. But it's never given me sensory overload, which is weird. Either way. Your trains twice a day, no problem here for me. Neurotypical or neurodivergent? 14 minutes, free kick for New England. Punched! Oh, God. Okay, it's going out to where they can recover. Toronto gets the ball back, cleared Corbianu. Well, that's... I understand it. Throw in. Playing forward, Sargent chips it through, keeps it alive, but it's cleared away. I mean, we're not doing too badly. Sixteenth minute. Nil-nil. I like Dorsch's leadership quality so far. I agree. I think Dorsch definitely has a leadership quality this team has rarely had in a long time. And the good news is right now he's actually not a DP. If you listen to the press conference, he's actually TAM right now. He can be bought up to DP if need be, though, but I don't think we do that if we find somebody worth the spot. So as long as he stays TAM, I can't complain. Goes down in the box, and the Revs will clear it. I can't totally complain about it if he stays a TAM player, but I do like his leadership qualities for sure. I agree. 17th minute. German discipline. Speaking of, oh, what do you know? We got some German discipline in the house. Didn't even think of that for now. Bolt. Yep. Revs have the ball. German discipline. Revs have the ball. I mean, Toronto's not doing too badly. I ain't got nothing to complain about, really, so far. Gavrin's probably man of the match so far, though. I mean, it's only been 18 minutes. But, you know, Harrison. Shall we defending? Shot! Top over the bar. Woo! Harrison almost put that top bins. And you can tell he's a Premier League level player. From a shot like that. Through traffic. Almost. He puts that a little bit lower, and that's definitely a goal you gotta just tip your cap to. That's what a Premier League level player could do in the MLS. Shall we? But Turner gets there first. 19th minute. 19th minute. Cleared away. Bad giveaway. Playing forward. th minute. Nil-nil. Revs have the ball. Header. Good play by Sargent to keep it for Toronto. Switches the play. Corbianu. Nope. It goes to a Revs player. Just a little bit. Tom Barlow almost scored. Damn. Holy. Houston? I think? Oh, no. Cincinnati. No, Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati. I forgot he was still kicking around. He's with Cincinnati. Man, I damn near forgot he was still kicking around. Toronto's had the bulk of momentum since about the 5th minute. They've done a pretty damn good job momentum-wise for the bulk of the first half. Have a higher XG than New England, so that's something to look at. There we go. 22nd minute. Nil-nil. Cross in. Header cleared. Damn, Alex Pillow is out of qualifying? Jesus, how many people have crashed at Markham? Jeez, that track is a shit show. th minute. Playing forward, cleared away. 23rd minute. Header on. 1-0 Cincinnati for Bucha. th minute. Oh, the Rams are beating Kansas City in a preseason game in Kansas City. Over the top. Caught by Gavrin. Playing forward. Maybe Kansas City sucks again. Free kick for Toronto? It's the first run, and you thought they would have used Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Yeah, but honestly, maybe that would have been smarter. But I guess Markham gave a better offer. I blame the World Cup for this. Besides, I don't know if they wanted a circuit or an oval. Bowmanville, Ontario. It looks like a circuit, yeah. It's got corners. Mario Andretti straightaway, the S's, White's corner, the straightaway, 10 turns. It's definitely like an oval meets a circuit. It's got a hairpin. I mean, I know that IndyCar probably don't have as high levels of scrutiny about grades as F1 does, but then again, why would you be in Markham if you did have that scrutiny? I'm sure Canadian Tire Motorsports Park would have been fine enough. I guess Bowmanville didn't want to pony up for an IndyCar race, knowing Toronto or Exhibition Park would have lost it. Free kick for the Revs, especially now that it would have had to get moved to the CNE. That would have never happened. Clarington, Ontario, Canada. I mean, there's IMSA there. IMSA is there. And you're telling me they can't have an IndyCar race there. 2022 to present, IMSA. Chevrolet Grand Prix. What? They couldn't have moved the IndyCar race there and have the IMSA race there as a support series? Of course, the Canada series. Car Gurus 200, WeatherTech 200, currently. Trans Am series. The Canadian Grand Prix was held there in the 60s and 70s. So Formula One was there when Bernie was there. Truck Series from 2013 to 19. Header cleared. I know Kyle Busch drove. I think Kyle Busch drove. Oh, no, he drove the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. There you go. GT World Challenge America up until 2019. You're telling me IndyCar couldn't have gone there? Oh, there's a bridge under one of the corners. The tunnel at White's corner. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why they didn't use it. It was right there. It was right there. And the circuit was repaved to meet FIA specifications in 2001. Okay. 28th minute, 0-0. I wonder how good a current F1 car would drive on that track. Or even a 2015 or 2025 F1 car. Muyumba tap in. Almiron gave him the pass. He scattered to Rosed. Damn. Track record on the Grand Prix circuit. LMP 105, 1 minute 5 seconds 8:23. In an LMP1 car. Audi. Okay. Not bad. And there's a Most Sports Speedway as well. It's an oval. IMSA Sports Car Championship Chevrolet Grand Prix. Normally in July. 2 hour and 40-minute race. So as many laps you can get in on the Grand Prix circuit. Okay. '30th minute. Ferrari Challenge North America starting in 2027 at Mo Sport Park. Not bad. Cool. Formula BMW Americas for a while, huh? Well, they technically used to have an IndyCar race there from 67 to 68. Cleared away, corner. 67 and 68, 77 to 78. So basically 4 seasons. Molson, Diamond, Indy. Formula Ford. There was a Formula Ford race there? Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know why they use Markham either. Looking at all that, I don't know why they use Markham. If IMSA's still using it. Shot saved by Gavrin. And it's close enough to Toronto, just like Markham's close enough. Yeah, Gavrin's definitely the man of the match so far for Toronto. .32 minute. Saved wide. Goal kick. .32 minute. .32 minute. Louis Foster, P1 at Markham. What? Louis Foster pole at Markham. Whoa. Damn, RLL got pole and it wasn't Mick Schumacher. Jesus Lord. That hurts. That's sad. That's just Louis Foster. I mean, RLL brought a damn good car to Markham, and it was Foster that got pole, not Mick Schumacher. I can see why Mick Schumacher didn't make it in F1. I can see why now. Dude got bird dogged for pole by Louis Foster. Yep, I can see why Schumacher didn't make it in F1. I just thought Haas was a shit car at the time. No, I can see why Mick didn't make it. He ain't his daddy, that's for sure. Why? Mick Schumacher ain't his daddy, that's for sure. If it was an oval, I wouldn't be saying this, but it was a circuit. It's a street circuit, so that's why I'm saying it. And Christian Lundgaard is P2. That's just a bad look for McLaren. The guy they're getting rid of. I mean, good for you, Christian Lundgaard, but okay. It's like if Daniel Ricciardo got either way. Boom. 33rd minute or 35th minute. Caught. Punched away. Gavrin, come on, man. Larea down, holding his head. Revs player down, holding his head. It's definitely a corner. The fact that Max Verstappen still has a confirmed seat with Red Bull makes me wonder. It's only like, what, 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 confirmed seats in F1 next year. Gasly, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Piastri, Verstappen, Bottas, and Perez. Crazy. Don't exactly believe that with Verstappen, but Richie's down, but they're checking on him. Miller getting a bandage on his head. .38th minute. Here we go. Waiting for the next restart of play. Substitution. Griffin Yow's coming on for the Revs for Miller. So they're going to take Miller off even though they... Okay, so I guess he got the worst of it. All right. They taped his head just to pull him. That's rare. Like, that's rare. Richie's fine, though. He'll continue. It's out for a goal kick. Playing down. Waiting for this thing to go. Should be interesting, but either way, 41st minute. How much stoppage time we going to have? Probably like 5 minutes. But, if not 6. Rolls it. 2-1 Columbus scored. Chase Adams. Okay. Headed forward. Corbianu. Corbianu cuts in. Simmermancic. Chips through. Saved. Turner with a goal kick. It's one of Columbus's academy guys. Yep. They missed a lot of chances. Looks like TFC's playing boring defense. No, thank you. Corbianu, cross goal! Theo Corbianu scores! And Toronto has the lead! And yeah, that is Timu Ronaldo. Theo Corbianu, it's 1-0, and it gets through the hands of Matt Turner. Toronto FC has their first lead in God knows how long. I don't even know. Theo Corbianu. Their first lead in forever. Theo Corbianu. Right before the half, he finally gets one. Timu Ronaldo. He does it, shoots it, and it's under the hand of Matt Turner at the near post. Off the foot and in. We'll take it. Big goal for Theo. Theo Corbianu, Toronto's first leading goal in God knows how long. Well, at least they did score. Thank you very much. 40th, 42nd, 43rd minute. Jordy Mihailovic with the assist. It's 1-0 to Toronto. Hold on till the half, please. Now I gotta see. So, Toronto's last game was against New York. They drew that at the half, and not another goal after. They lost to DC. DC had the lead, tied lead for DC. Toronto 0-0 draw to the Revs, 0-0 to Montreal. They lost to Chicago in their last league match before the World Cup. They tied it and lost 2-1. So their last leading goal before this was in a tie game. They lost 3-1 to Charlotte. A 4-2 loss to Miami. Arista's the ball late. We led against San Jose in Week 11. Well, we did lead against Atletico Ottawa as well in the prelim round before it all went to shit. 16th minute by DeAndre Kerr. All comps, 16th minute by DeAndre Kerr in the Canadian Championship. MLS, the 2nd minute in Week 11 against the Earthquakes. So the first time since, late April we've had a leading goal? Well done, Theo. All comps, our first leading goal, 6 minutes of stoppage time since DeAndre Kerr against Ottawa in the 16th minute of the prelim round of the Canadian Championship. First MLS leading goal, and it was Will Sand's own goal. It was a Will Sand's own goal, actually. But who cares? Still ours. It goes to Will Sands, actually. Will Sands OG. I guess the shot went off Will Sands' feet. And, okay. How we doing, Captain Falcon? Will Sands' own goal. It says Fot Mob. Phil just said Corbiano's been Toronto's most dangerous player recently. I mean, in this game, yeah, I'll agree. So basically, those games for Toronto where they had a lead for the first. This is the first time Toronto's had a lead since late April. It all comps against Ottawa because we led that game before it went to shit, and we led the Earthquakes game before we tied it. But that was back in May 2nd, May 5th. So our first lead in August 15th. So July 15th is a month. June 15th is 2 months. 3 months and a week. Our first lead in 3 months. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days in all comps. 11, 12, 3 months and 2 weeks in MLS. 3 months and 10 days in all comps. Our first lead. Yep, there you go. 3 months. In over 3 months in all comps and the league. Almost 3.5 months we haven't had a leading goal. 47th minute. Rev's going the other way. How long will it last? It doesn't look like it's going to last long. Yusuf switches the play. 48th minute. Cross, wide, cleared. It did not go out somehow. Eastern Conference table right now, Orlando, Columbus, and Toronto all tied on 20th points, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Well, it's better than where we were. Woo, baby! We got to 20 points! And we're 12th. Wild card is 24. We're 4 points away from a wild card. We're 20 points off the top. Not that totally matters, but we're ahead of Montreal, so that's... Of course, let's see if that holds. See if that holds. Citi Field, decent game. Just came home about 30 minutes ago from the Mets-Nationals game at Citi Field. Decent game. Game-winning single by Lindor. 5-4 win. Mets are 55-69 on the season. Well, at least the Mets are having more fun now. That's about all you can talk about. Revs going forward. 49th minute. The Blue Jays are actually good. The Mets, well, at least they're having fun right now. Could be better. Could be better, could be worse. Toronto's first goal, BMO, in 99 days. Alonso Martinez will return to full training on Monday, near an MLS return for the first time in 8 months. Shot! Goal! Oh no, side netting, thank God. Carles Heel puts it just side netting. I thought he scored. No spam. 1-0. I know the Mets are not making the playoffs. I thought that went in. I didn't realize that was Jesus. That hit the side netting. I thought that went in. 50th minute. Okay, we kind of look like shit. Some good news for NYCFC. We don't know what to do with ourselves now that we got the lead. Also, right before stoppage time, too. What a fool. '51st minute. Can we get one right before halftime? Cross top of the box. Mihailovic dumps it back. Shot. Goal! Asshole! Goal! Dorsch! First Toronto FC goal for Dorsch. And it's 2-0. Banger. Banger, banger, banger. '51st minute. 45 plus 6, 2-0. Wow. German discipline, baby. Dorsch. First Toronto FC goal. Wow. Dumped back by Mihailovic and Dorsch goes boom. Top bins. You want to see top bins, Carles? German discipline. Banger. I'm becoming a fan quickly of this guy. Dorsch goal. 52nd minute, and we're going to the half. 2-0. What a beauty. What a beauty. 2-0 at the half for TFC. Well, they're coming back home to BMO, and they're going big time. Back in the saddle, maybe. What a shot. We're behind Columbus and Orlando on wins anyway. We got Charlotte next in the midweek on the 19th. Dorsch. What a shot, man. Dorsch with a screamer. German discipline. 2-0 at the half. And he's supposed to be a defensive midfielder. Well, what about Pozuelo, though? Okay, but what about Pozuelo, though? I mean, come on. But fair enough. This guy's supposed to be a defensive midfielder, and he's got the balls to take a shot like that. Boom. You love to see it. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back. Toronto leads 2-0 at the half. What a day, my friends. They're back home at BMO. That's what I want to see. These guys are fighting. Wasn't the prettiest first half, but they still got two. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Short break, 2-0 at the half. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 30% possession to 70% possession, 2 shots to 9, 1 shot on goal to 2. So we've definitely scored both our goals against the run of play. But I don't think the possession makes us look that bad. I don't think we look like a team is getting out possessed 70-30. I don't think we look like that. And if we are, and with us being dispossessed 70-30, I gotta say, the Revs ain't done a damn thing with it, to be honest. The Revs certainly ain't done nothing with it, in my opinion. We got 108 accurate passes to 287, 75% pass accuracy to 88, 0 yellows to 1, 0 corners to 3, 2 shots to 9, 1 shot on goal to 2. We got 144 passes to 326, 75% pass accuracy to 88. We got 6 throws to 8, 2 offside to 1, 0 yellows to 1, 0 reds to 0, 5 fouls to 2, 2-0 at the half. I think we're doing very good defensively. I think we're doing very good defensively. I think we've got some really good goals against the run of play. We're making good runs against the run of play. I think Corbianu's looked amazing. I think he got at least the setup of what he wanted to see. Overall, even if it wasn't his goal, it was an own goal off Will Sands. I think him finally making them pay, setting up the own goal, great. Dorsch, he's had an amazing game. I think he's been wonderful. I think Dorsch is an amazing player, and I think Coelho's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I wish Coelho was playing instead of Simmermancic, and I wish Coelho would play instead of Oso. But when he does come back healthy, but if Oso or Coelho loses his spot to Dorsch, I mean, I can't be mad about it. He is definitely a Bundesliga quality player, and he's damn good, giving us the leadership we haven't had in ages. So, Dorsch, if this game continues the way it is, definitely looks like the man of the match. Definitely looks like he's going to be man of the match, Dorsch. But we'll see what happens on that end. 45 more minutes to go. Can Toronto hold on? I hope they do. Knowing Toronto, they might not. But this team looks like they're defending, or they're fighting very well. They're fighting very hard. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So, it'll be nice to watch and see where this goes. But 45 more minutes. We'll see where this goes. Second half, here we go. Miami-Nashville's the game to watch tonight. Maybe, but I disagree. This Toronto game, I'm enjoying this for what it is. Toronto is 2 points away. If they win this game, Toronto will be 2 points away to clear their worst season ever. Their worst season ever was at 22 points. Their second worst season was at 23. Their third worst season was 25 points. 28 points in 21. 2024 was 37 points. Last year was 32. We are still way off of 2025. We'll be 12 points behind 25 with this win if we end up winning. But we'll be 2 points worse than 2023, and we still have a lot of games. We should be able to gain 2 points by the end of the year. I don't have a lot of belief in these guys, but we should be able to pick up 2 points by the end of the year. I would say more than 2 points. Here we go. Second half, let's go. How we doing, Risklander? Here we go. And we're off in the second half. 45 minutes to go in this football match. Can Toronto FC hold on? Can they add to their tally of goals? Can they hold on and pick up 3 points tonight? They've done well defensively in the first 45. Let's see. I mean, they're probably going to let the Revs chase the game. But then again, what's the change? Because we've been outpossessed already, so I think maybe we're in a good spot. But either way, Carles Heel, top of the box, plays it forward. Good steal. That's going to be played all the way back. Yes, just the Toronto game. Tomorrow we got Santos versus Chivas in Liga MX. Cleared away. This game and this review. Because I picked a Liga MX game, that's why. Ball crossed in, saved. I mean, in theory, it makes sense with Leagues Cup. Can't wait for Champs Cup to start. Well, that's next February. So. "47th minute. Penalty kick. 1-0 Montreal, Prince Owusu penalty kick. Wow. Does that mean they have 20 points as well? No, they're still behind us by a point. Montreal 1-0 over DC. Makes me sad that Champs Cup is every start of the year. Well, I mean, technically, with the flipping in the MLS schedule, technically it's the second half. You know what's weird, though? Starting after next season, or the next half season, after RSR 8.5, starting at RSR 9, Champions Cup is in the second half of the RSR season. Weird. Because the MLS schedule flipped. Josh Sargent has the ball. He's all alone. But against the run of play, Sargent has the ball. Plays it top of the box. Sargent gets it back. Josh Sargent into the box. Cross in, cleared for a corner. His 11th goal in 18 games. Because Prince Owusu always scores. Man, I'm not afraid of... Alexis Sanchez at the throw-in. But I'm afraid of what Alexis Sanchez can get to Wusu. But Wusu might just end up with like 25 goals this year. Wouldn't shock me. Even with a washed Alexis Sanchez. Wouldn't shock me if Wusu got to like 20, 25 goals. Just because Alexis Sanchez is kind of washed. Quality never fades. Age might weaken you, but quality never fades. Spicer scores 1-1. Let's go. We love it. Tyrese Spicer scores 1-1 for Orlando. I love it. Sun does too. 50th minute. Hey, Sun, Spicer scored. Did you hear that? Hey, you guys! 1-1 between Cincinnati and Orlando. Spicer ties the game in that game. 50th minute. Hey, you guys! Spicer in the 48th minute. Ellis with the assist on the break. Calm, cool, collected. Playing forward. Is Casemiro washed or just bad? Washed. Cleared away by the Revs. Playing forward. Shot Shalloway! Almost. Just wide. Well, I mean, he said he was going to score today. He certainly tried. He almost did. So close. He was washed at the World Cup for sure. Casemiro, yes. Good try. But he promised he was going to score today. He definitely was close. I'll count that. That was a good try. "52nd minute. Created that himself. Yep. That was a really good play for him. 52nd minute. I think we look better in this half than the last one. Which is crazy to think about because we're leading 2-0. That's exactly how you should do it. Don't let New England build themselves back into the game. Don't let them chase it. Head it away. This second half is better than the first. Don't let them chase the game. Demoralize them. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. I still think we could be much better, but today's a good day. Today is a good day. No, because I don't care. Playing forward. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton's a streamer now because she barely gets on TV. Might as well do... Nope, I'm doing the Toronto game and that's it. Toronto Live, Toronto RSR. Miami's playing right now anyway. So, what's the point about me doing half the game? 54th minute. Cross in. Header punched away. Top of the box. Over the bar. Carles Heel. And Gavrin is hurt. Gavrin's down in the goal hurt. Evander's just earned a PK for Cincinnati. Gavrin's back inside the goal and hurt. He pulled something. I don't think we've had anybody playing goal but Gavrin this year. I think he's played every game. I don't think we've had anybody. No, yep. Yarbrough didn't play. Adisadero hasn't played. This could be. It could be. If this is actually an injury, this could be Yarbrough's TFC debut. NYCFC often gets criticized playing in a baseball stadium, but MLB does a pretty good job of spreading out weekend game times. For example, 1:10, 4:10, and 7 p.m. 7:10 p.m. local starts. See, here's the thing about Apple TV that I liked at the beginning and I don't exactly like now. I loved in the beginning when Apple TV had everybody play at 7:30 their time. Then I realized how stupid that was. Because, especially on a Saturday, it was just one day a week and then maybe a game on Sunday and maybe a game on Friday. And then, of course, the midweek the same, right? And it was all Wednesday. I mean, I want to watch more St. Louis games. Problem is they're the Central Time Zone and Toronto is the Eastern Time Zone. It's hard for me to watch the bulk of a St. Louis game or the whole thing. Like, I'd like to do more St. Louis games, but it's hard because they normally play on the same day. And they play within an hour of each other. Unless it's like the early part of the season. Like Toronto FC, of course, for some reason, when they're at home in the early part of the season, they always would, like clockwork, play a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock game. So, I'm not saying I want the early kickoffs every week. But I don't want a 6:30 kickoff every week. You know, I sometimes like the early kickoffs, and I also want them, and maybe they should play on a Sunday. Goal for Nashville. Thaddeus Shield got signed by Napoli. Gavrin's still in. What? If I know that match is real, and second of all, when it's being played, and if there's nothing up against it. Also, if I can watch it. But here's something called, if it's in October, guess what's starting to happen, my friends? I think so. I think the staggered kickoffs are better. Now, of course, not like they used to be. They should either be the top of the hour, or 30 minutes through the hour. It should be either the top of the hour or the middle of the hour. I put that in quotes because, of course, like 7:08 or 7:38, but you know what I mean. Like, I remember, 1:15 kickoffs back in the day in MLS, back before Apple, or stuff like that. I'm not saying I really liked that, but I think we could find a happy medium between 7:30 kickoffs in every time zone and 1:15 kickoffs for some random game on a Saturday. I think we can find a happy medium. Of course, in the midweek, 7:30 matches, 6:30 matches make sense. I mean, I get that. You want people to be there. It's a work day, even for adults in the summer. And when it's earlier in the season, you want kids to be there after school. So, I understand that. Were all MLS games on FS1 or FS2? No, there were things called local TV networks that showed a lot of games. There were certain games on FS1 and FS2 and ESPN, but there were also games on local RSNs, regional sports networks. Now, TSN, on the other hand, was all of Canada except for Quebec, but well, I'm sure there's TSN over the bar in English, but there's also either way. Should the USA have relegation? Yes, and Mexico should too. Now, will I discuss it that much? No, because it's beating a dead horse and we'll never get it. But ideally, yes. MLS, USA should have pro rel, ideally. It'll never happen. And they'll never bring it back in Mexico now that they've taken it away. But I believe it should be brought. But I believe there should be pro rel in both. But it's beating a dead horse. '60th minute. Toronto up 2-0. We'll review this game within the hour. After it's over, here's a chance. Shot, cross. Good tackle. Cleared away. Corner for TFC. What a play by Larea. CF Montreal bans 2 fans in sanctioned supporters section after MLS investigation. Headed away. Chip through. Header. Cleared away. Not far enough. Ball crossed in. Houston are first in the West as of right now. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, Ben Olsen's doing really good with Houston. I mean, he's been really good for them, or with them, besides last year. Like, all of his seasons there have been pretty damn solid, except for last year. Everybody always has a bad season, though. But they stuck with him, and they're looking pretty damn good, Houston. Ben Olsen in Houston looks much better than DC Ben Olsen. Honestly, it feels like Houston has way more talent than Ben Olsen ever had in DC, to be honest. Cross. Shot. Harrison. Blocked away. Corner. 62nd minute. Cross in. Cleared. Another corner. DC just scored on Montreal. Good. Good. We're 4 points ahead of Montreal now, if this stands. I'm good with that. New England, 62nd minute. Cross saved. Oh no, only if they lose. 17, 18, 19, 20. 3 points ahead. We'd only be a point ahead if they won. If they lose, we'll be 4 points ahead. We're 4 points ahead of the Union. They play tomorrow, yeah? Yep. They're going to lose to NYCFC, though. Atlanta looks horrible. We could be worse. Much worse. I'm glad I saw Bo Bichette in person. He doesn't look comfortable in the Mets jersey. I think he'll leave in the off-season. But I think it's great he chose a worship song as his walk-up song. Bo Bichette is a very devout man. He protects the Lord. He believes in the Lord. You know what? I used to be hard on Bo as a player because I thought he was the Blue Jays version of 93. But after that home run he hit in the World Series that really should have won it for us, and the fact that he wishes he stayed in Toronto, and did I not like him in the field? No. Do I think he should come back? If he comes back, should he play second? whether we keep Jimenez or we put Clement at short, we got to keep Okamoto at third. But I think it was more of a second or short thing for Bo. I don't think we ever really wanted to move him to third, and I know the Mets did. But either way, if Bo leaves in the offseason, the Mets, he's coming back to Toronto. I believe that 100%. Whether they win the World Series or not. It would kind of hurt him. I think it would really cut him deep, though, if the Jays won the World Series without him. I really believe that, which I think would make him want to come back even more. Weirdly enough. Because if he could continue them winning World Series, I think he'd be proud of that. But I think he would kind of be hurt. I think him and Kevin Gausman both would kind of feel some type of way. Which I think they both come back to Toronto anyway. As free agents. If Gausman doesn't retire after the lockout, I think he'd come back. Bo Bichette, if he opts out, I think he comes back. But if the Jays were to come back and win a World Series, did you see Bacharino goal for Como against Arsenal? Yep, I did. Portland are 3 points from fifth. But either way, Mets are a mess right now. Honestly, the only reason the Jays haven't got that much shit this year for doing what they have up until now is because the Mets were worse. We could always be worse. We could have always been worse. The Jays might have stayed a little bit. The Jays might have been colder than you'd want them to be, but the Jays are in a wild card spot right now. Yeah, they started slow, very slow, and they got injured to hell and back, but they're back in a wild card spot. So, overall, I mean, I honestly, as I said, while this run was kind of starting, don't let the Jays get hot. Don't let the Jays get hot. And they are. And thank God the AL is so shit. But the Jays only have 7 games left against the Rays and Yankees over the next week. The 2 away series, the 3-game series, the 6 games on the road against Tampa and then going back to New York. And then the 1 game tomorrow in Toronto. If we win the bulk of those games, which the way we're playing, I mean, going to the Trop might totally ruin these good vibes, but if we win 2 out of 3 in Tampa and we win 2 out of 3 in New York, look at our schedule for the rest of the year. From like end of August throughout September, we're playing multiple teams under 500. We could arguably hit 90-plus wins still. It won't be 100, but, here's the thing about that. When we could still hit 100-plus wins with a World Series championship. So, in the end, we could still win over 100 games. If we win at that sort of clip. Like, if we have a 20, 30, or 20-some game win streak. Once we get past these series in the AL East. If we don't lose a series for the rest of the year, we're in a positive place. If we sweep like 4 or 5 series in a row, we might end up wild card too. But point is, if we finish off that hot, I don't care where we are. At this point, you know what? Jazz Chisholm and Anthony Volpe are probably going to leave the Yankees in the offseason. They honestly should. Honestly, part of me is like, maybe they shouldn't. Yeah, Carson Bench and A.J. Ewing. Pretty damn good players. I don't want them. No. I don't want Anthony Volpe. Atlanta tied at Mayumba Banger. I don't want Anthony Volpe. We got JoJo Parker in the system as a prospect. I'd rather keep Jimenez, or if we lose Jimenez, hopefully we got Bo Bichette back. Okay, finally, we see Sun talk about Spicer. Yeah, Spicer tied it up, and he is the GOAT. I agree. Took you like 20 minutes. It hasn't been 20 minutes, but either way. I'm very happy about TFC winning. It's the first time since April. I haven't felt this way since April. And the Blue Jays won today, and they're tied for a wild card spot in the MLB. It's been a very good day. It's been a very good day, my friends. Ooh. Eric Lita is joining Monaco. Is that a good signing for him? Yeah. Monlouis getting ready to come on. I like that. But, yeah, for me, I think that's a good signing for Lita. He's finally getting to Europe. So, do that what you will. They signed because they terminated Pogba, but Eric Lita is better. I got an idea. If you have your TV on, look up white noise. That might help you. Not that I've ever used it, and I'm not really good at sleeping, but maybe the white noise can overtake the train sounds. If your TV's on, put on some white noise. Like rain sounds, or look up, there's a lot of like YouTube white noise, or like that are either way. Playing forward, Shallowy doesn't get there, 72nd minute. Well, Pogba definitely ain't the same guy he was back in 2018. Current Pogba, yeah, Lita's better than current Pogba. Just because he was a world champion 8 years ago doesn't mean he's still that level of a player. Current Pogba, yeah, Lita's better. Did you not watch the World Cup? Prayers for Sonny. I'm just giving you an idea. I can understand, but I'm just giving you an idea, that's all. White noise might work. Either way. '73rd minute. Blah, blah, blah. 73rd minute. We'll review this game within the hour, and we'll be back tomorrow for the Santos Chivas game. Playing forward. Cross in. Header down, cleared. 73rd minute. Toronto getting closer and closer to 3 points. You still can't compare them to Pogba's coming back from an injury. But again, Pogba is coming back from injury, but he's getting old. He's not the same guy he was 8 years ago. We can't, just because he was a world champion doesn't mean he is a world champion. Or he's at the level of acting like he still is a world champion. Eric Lita is a very, very good midfielder. Again, it's like you're not even realizing how good he was at the World Cup. Free kick for New England. Yellow card. for Zimmerman. So, Pogba washed. Love the guy back in the day, him and Neymar, but he's washed. So you can admit Pogba's washed, but not Neymar. Again, Neymar was amazing. But dude made bad decisions in his career. He had so many injuries. So the fact it's kind of funny how you can admit that Pogba's washed, but not Neymar. Either way, Luis Suarez is old and he's still scoring goals in Miami. Still not the same Neymar he was at his peak, though. See, this is the point I'm trying to make. Neymar is not the same Neymar that he was in 2017-18. Even 2020. Just like Pogba is not the same Pogba he was back in 2018. Pre-getting popped for drugs. Wasn't too long ago he single-handedly saved them from relegation. Well, I'd still hope he'd be able to do that. I mean, I did say class never fades, but age does show. He still has his class. I'm not saying he doesn't. The fact that he was so much in Europe and at teams like Barca and PSG still should have the class to single-handedly save Santos from relegation. So he did that. Class never fades. Age shows. Especially the stuff he's went through injury-wise. Red card. And it's a red card for Zimmerman. Wait, no, Mihalovic. Straight red for Toronto. Oh, Lord, here we go. Straight red for Toronto. For Mihalovic. Well, that sucks. 15 minutes for us to hold on, and we have a straight red. Let me see this. Well, yep, he did go studs up into his ankle. He did go studs up into Carles Gil's ankle. Whether that was incidental or not. Yeah, Goodman had a stinker today. 3-0 versus Aberdeen. Lost versus Aberdeen. Yeah, no, he's off. Like, there's nothing they could... Yeah. Mihalovic is off. Well, park the bus. Time to park the bus, baby. I guess he's waiting for a VAR call. Nope, he's off. There's no way he's not off. What now, Fraser? So Mihalovic is out for Wednesday, and he's out for the rest of this match. Dundee is proper rubbish. Well, what'd you want him to do? I mean, I don't see how that's not a red card. '78th minute. I mean, that was studs up into the ankle. New England can't score one. Oh, they're about to. Now that we're down a man. New England, can they find a way to take this back? Terjman off for Harris. 78th minute. Can Toronto hold on for 12-plus minutes? It's 2 goals. They better be able to hold on. I mean, they defended pretty well for the bulk of this second half and the bulk of the game. Can they do it with 10 men? Header! Clear the damn ball! Good job. They're about to score. Yeah, probably. I mean, it was pretty stupid for Mihalovic to do that, but Carles Gil put himself in a really good place to draw the foul. Toronto has 3 shots. We're up 2-0. It feels like a Berube game. Sounds like a Berube game to me. No Tobias time. I'm afraid. '79th minute. I mean, he did go studs up into his ankle. Whether he just put himself into that position to get it, though. Either way. '79th minute. Top of the box. Chip. Gavrin! What are you doing? I don't know to blame that more on, Richie or Gavrin. Jesus Christ, that was dumb. Carles heel. Cross. Punched. Good. If they score one, they're getting a second. Cross. Clear it. Come on. Why are you running it out? Clear the damn ball. Unless he was trying to draw the free kick. I looked at a replay. That was a red. Yeah, I agree. I can't even get mad at it. That's a red for Harris. I mean, Zambrano's on. I don't think Polster off for Zambrano. Coelho's coming on for TFC. For Shallowy. Shallowy off and Monlouis is on. Corbianu. That was never a red. He went studs up into the ankle. Whether he meant to or not, it's a red. Didn't get any ball, got the back of the ankle, even if Carles heel was running into it that way, because he kind of knew that's what was going to happen. Incidental don't exactly change the fact that it's a red. I can't even get mad at it. I'm the first one to say something like that. Even I think it's a red. I don't care if it's incidental or not. If there was any sort of blurred lines, I'd be calling it bullshit. Especially for us. That's what I do. That's how not blurred it was of a red card it is. If I'm calling it a red card, it's a red. You know how much, or if I'm calling it a penalty, that's how obvious it was a penalty when it comes to Toronto. I know we get screwed a lot by the refs and VAR. But if I'm calling something that's a penalty, if I'm saying something's obviously a penalty, and if I'm saying something's obviously a red card, it's a red card or a penalty. You know where I stand on a lot of this stuff. If I think there's any sort of blurred lines, I say we got screwed. Which, I mean, there's been some worse ones than others. But, point is, the Mihailovic card was a red card. It was. I'm going to stand on my opinion. Fair enough, but if I'm saying you're wrong, but, hey, agree to disagree. Orlando's not that good of a team, no. Richie's saying it's a foul. Yeah, this referee is sort of power tripping, though. This referee is sort of power tripping, though, to be honest. Starting to. Larea's doing well. I mean, he's done well the whole game. Orlando, Griezmann. Griezmann did not play, or at least he didn't start. He's not playing at all. Griezmann, He started. Okay, he's right there. He's a striker. No, Griezmann started. My bad. I looked at the midfield, not striker. No, he's playing striker. That might be your first mistake. Either way, no, Griezmann's playing striker. My bad. 6.8, not subbed off. My bad. I was looking midfield first, or wing. Spicer got hooked. Best man on the pitch. Yeah, I don't get it either. Shot saved by Gavrin, 84th minute. My bad. I didn't look at striker first. I was looking midfield, not striker. I didn't look up top. That one's on me. No, but I don't think Griezmann in my book is a striker. I thought he's more of a 10 or a winger. I didn't realize they play him at striker. I think more winger, central attacking mid when it comes to Griezmann. So I didn't look at the striker line. I looked at the midfield, and then I saw Otavio and Gerbit, and I'm like, oh. So he's not playing? And then I looked at striker. I'm like, oh, no, he is playing. New England can't score despite the red card. Y'all do suck, don't you? Punched over, that's a corner. False 9, possibly. But then again, the fact we drew 0-0 with all our injuries at Gillette, knowing how hard it is to play at Gillette, and the fact we're winning 2-0, yeah, y'all do suck, don't you? Fernandez is on for the Revs. Rain's off. 86th minute. Headed away. Now the Revs do suck, don't they? Playing forward. How's Toronto winning? Two against the run of play, and somehow we haven't given one up before the red card or after the red card. You should thank NYCFC for your recent run. Why should I? Why should I? I mean, we still lost to the frickin' DC. Draw, loss, win. Since we came back from the World Cup. 1-0 since the Leafs Cup, though. I don't see what NYCFC has to do with this, but okay. I mean, I know we drew you. We didn't lose, but that was our last game before the Leafs Cup. That was our 4th game post-World Cup. I don't exactly see what y'all have to do with it. Either way. Let's give them some credit. Not Fraser. They fought hard in this match. The players I'm happy with. Don't get me wrong. I agree. This is why I say we have such more potential than we show. This is why I'm so pissed when we don't perform. Because I know this team has a lot of potential. I know this team, yes, we have to make changes. Yes, we're not perfect. But when I look at this team, I'm like, you know what? There's something here. We are better than this. We are better than where we are. Why we are where we are, it's on Fraser. But games like this show me if we just get rid of the guy, we'd be at least a little bit better off. Now, I don't know how much better off, and it depends on who you hire, but Fraser is definitely a big problem, even though we're winning. I'll still say call the Pirate. I don't care if we win today. I still don't like the guy. I still don't back the guy. The players earned this win, and that's the way I see it. And the fact they're still fighting the way they are, awesome. The fact they haven't blown this at all, I'm putting that on the players. I'm not putting that on Fraser, because the first guy to blow something like this with a red card would be him. Somehow these players are playing out of their skin today. This is more on the players for me. But I know these players are more talented than we think. The bulk of them. I don't think we're as far off as we look. Especially if there's the right guy at the helm. You know what I mean by that. I don't think we're as far off as we look. I mean, yeah, of course we have to make upgrades. I'm not saying we don't. That's crazy. But we're not as far off as we look. But the fact we have managers that either have us this bad or not much better, but at least a little bit more useful, that sucks. But we're not that far off. That's the problem. Us underperforming to the level we have over the past couple of years, especially the past like 3, is like, okay, makes me mad. Because I look at these players, I'm like, you know what? There's something here. Why are we so out of whack? Shot, goal! New England finally score! 2-1. They get a header, and it's Fernandez. It's 2-1. Ah, shit. Header. 2-1. We got to hold on for like 5 more minutes to get the win. It was Harris. Of course, it's... No, it was Wilson Harris. Header. It was Wilson Harris who got it. Harrison with a cross. Harris with a header. The former Louisville man scores. The former Louisville City man scores. Wilson Harris. Header, 90th minute, and Sargent and Sivermancic are off for Emilio and Franklin. 90th minute for... Just hold on. Hold on, 90th minute. 2-1. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We got to hold on for 5 minutes. Yep, former USL Championship man and whatever, the Israeli League. And he played a year in the Israeli League as well. They are pretty decent. Great goal by the ref, of course. Thanks, ref. 91st minute. Well, we got to hold on for 4 more minutes. Cross in. Punched away. 91 minutes and 95. Can we hold the win? Dorsch almost gets there. 91-30. Oh, Lord. Harrison got the first assist for the Harris goal. Cleared away for a throw. Toronto's 3 minutes away. Throw in. Kuskevich clears. He played in Europe technically. Okay. Yeah, technically he played in Europe. He played in a European league. Or a European domestic league. I don't think the team he played for played in European football, but 92nd minute. I'm not checking. 92 minutes. Blocked away. Carles Heel. 92-20. We're almost halfway through stoppage time. 2-1 Toronto. Can they hold on and not lose the 3 points? Fraser might put us behind the 8 ball. Cross. Harrison. Shot over the bar. Goal kick for 93 minutes. Well, we're 2 minutes away. Well, I mean, I think the one league they won't be Euro snobby about's the Israeli league, but okay. Either way. 93rd minute, 2 minutes to go for Toronto. Header. Brought down. Lamau. $93.30. A minute and a half to go. So stressful. Well, we had to work for it, that's for sure. Shot. Cross. Out for a corner. Nope, goal kick. It's a goal kick. 1 minute to go. We're in the final minute, boys. Final minute. Final minute. Final minute. '94th minute. We're in the final minute. Can we win our first game since April 4th? I don't know, man. So close. Oh, they did build some new stuff in the north end. Cool. Header. Throw in for Toronto. Short throw into possession and just ping it around for 30 seconds. And Lord. Okay. 94-30. Kobe Franklin with a throw in. Brought down. Emilio chasing. Matt Turner. Well, he didn't ping it that long. 94-50. 10 seconds to go. Maybe a little bit more. Harrison. Wide. Chip. Shot. Blocked. Oh, shit. Not far enough. Harrison still. In through. Blocked. 95-10. Player down hurt. Full time! They win! Toronto FC wins! 2-1. First win since April 4th. Toronto, hold on. A very, very stressful final 5 minutes, but Toronto, hold on. Character win for the players, not the coach. But with that being said, Lord have mercy. Holy Lord. Toronto FC win 2-1. Worked for that one, I can tell you that much. They worked hard for that one. They almost blew it, but they held on. They had to work for it, but they got it done. With that being said, I'll see you later. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that join button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Hit that join button, become a member. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Hit that hype button to put this up in the algorithm. Share this with your friends and family. Put this in playlist. Share friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then I'll see you tomorrow for Santos versus Chivas. Domingo Futbolero, live RSR. I'll see you later tonight and tomorrow. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See ya. Woo! Woo boy.